Saturday, my Ride and Die fans and supporters. How are you? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm trying to get things right here. It's kind of hard with the lighting and everything on doing videos going live. It's just good to be here one more day. Like I had promised you from before that I was going to, you know, come back here live with you all. I'm trying to fix the lighting here. It's just too much. But anyway, there's too much sun coming that way. Let me just move this way. I'm trying to, you know, I'm doing this live. Just gonna wait for you people to come on in. Come on in. How are you? Praise God. Blessed Saturday. Your girl Casey McDaniel. I was supposed to be going out. Hi, how are you, Karate King? Praise God for you being here with me today. So good to hear from you. Yes. So the thing that I wanted to talk about today with you. Ooh, it says the second time around. Yes. Oh, you was busy? So was I, Karate. I haven't been on here in a minute. I mean, I've been posting on my community wall, but I haven't really been out here doing any lives or anything. The devil's always busy. But anyway, I haven't been out here doing any lives showing my beautiful face to the world. Hey, you got to encourage yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, like I said, I came on here turning back time and space on your timeline. I know that's right. Sometimes you got to take a little break. You sometimes got to sit back and observe things. And you don't want to come out and talk until you know you're sure about what you want to talk about. I haven't really been saying much because it really hasn't been too much going on around Mr. Kelly. And that's truly who my channel is supposedly be about. For the R. Kelly team, those who are supporting him as he going through this battle with his life of his legal fight with these accusers, okay, these false accusers, right? So we know it all started with Lifetime and the publicity that it brought against Mr. Kelly on some allegations with him being with minors, allegedly being with minors, and throughout his entirety of his career, how he was abusing these young ladies and taking advantage of them in their music, career, and how he was just using them, making them use their bodies to to be able to start their careers in the industry, which wasn't true. So I just, wanted to go over some things real quickly with people about what happened in January of 2019 when the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries came on. Let me just turn this down. I know I'm into the holiday spirit. I'm into the holiday spirit. It just something about the holiday. It just brings so much. Some people get depressed. Some people just know that this is a time and a season of good tiding, cheer, joy, peace, giving, and all those wonderful things. It's like I was just saying about the Surviving R. Kelly that aired on January of 2019 and how it just shook everybody when all of these allegations were brought against Mr. Kelly. And, it was just how things were done. And people were like, wow, finally they caught up with him for whatever, because he was on trial before with a minor in an infamous tape, and no charges were ever brought against him. Of course, he was acquitted and let go. But actually, he wasn't acquitted, to be honest with you, because if he was acquitted for those charges, things wouldn't have never continue to, attack him. People wouldn't continue to attack his career because of that. surviving R. Kelly. I mean, not surviving R. Kelly because of that infamous whatever tape he was supposedly had been in with a minor. I never saw the tape myself. I known about it. Hey, T is Blunt. Season greetings to you too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? Bless your heart. Yeah, so I never saw the tape because, you know, he's a superstar and you know the things that go on in that industry. It's not my business at all. All I am into is enjoying an artist's music and what he brings in his songs that I enjoy listening to and dancing to, or whatever else is to the song. You know what I'm saying? What goes on in their bedroom and their personal life, I take no interest in those things. I really do not take interest in an artist's bedroom. Okay? I just don't. I just take interest or his personal relationships with people, like people he's in love with or been in love with, fell out of love with, and his family life or whatever. I don't really, to be honest with you, um, too much get involved in all of that stuff. Only time something will interest me if it was somebody that was a religious leader. That will offend me. That will offend me. That kind of scandal will offend me more than somebody that is not, you know, a religious leader or somebody standing and representing themselves in the cloth and walking in the light and being different, separate, because that's the world. You know what I'm saying? That's the world. Like I hear people say, how could I support R. Kelly, but I can't support this person and that person? I said, because R. Kelly is R. Kelly. Robert Sylvester Kelly is an entertainer. Robert Sylvester Kelly is a man who wrote great music and songs that were sexually explicit or whatever, but he's an artist. He's an artist. That's his job. That's his work. Okay, that's how he makes his living. That's what he does. That's what he signed up for. He's an entertainer, he's an artist in music and that kind of entertainment world. He's of the world. He's not walking as a saint. You know what I'm saying? He has never said he was a saint. He always asks God forgiveness for whatever, sins he have, crimes he have, sins, whatever he's committing at the time. And if you listen to his music and everything, he was a man that was a man of after God's own heart. If you listen to his music, he made some great gospel songs as well throughout his career. Oh, yes, he has. And he's going to do even more greater music when he gets through all of this. So why I'm saying the second time around and talking about the surviving R. Kelly thing, because people are saying, oh, why is surviving R. Kelly going to come back with this, documentary when we should just not watch it anymore? It was all lies. It was all a bunch of, people that came against Robert Sylvester Kelly for whatever monetary gain they were after, or to ruin his career or whatever. But the same people who's committed these acts against him will be the same people to help set him free. Listen to me closely, y'all. Because like I said yesterday, sometimes when the devil meant evil, God meant it for good. Because now Robert Sylvester Kelly has gone through both his trials, federal trials, against the allegations that was against him, okay, with these women, and everybody got to see both sides of the truth. Even though he has not been on the stand, because he didn't have to take the stand to defend himself. He let these people talk themselves into a hole. Because I truly believe the reason why they're doing the surviving R. Kelly documentary to be aired again. I don't know when it's going to be aired. I didn't look at the date or anything like that, but I just been hearing what's been circulating here on the internet, here on YouTube about surviving R. Kelly. So that people now have seen the trial, heard the testimonies of what these women said. And we also saw the behavior of these people after surviving R. Kelly and some of the things they have done even after, you know, he's been incarcerated. So it doesn't line up with all the accusations they made against R. Kelly. Listen again. Now things gonna have to be seen again. So everybody could get the whole full story now of these people telling the lies that they told from surviving R. Kelly. Now you hear, I know Tim Savage, excuse me, been out here running his mouth. Wasn't he part of that docu-series? And the things he's been doing, and his daughter and everything. Robert Sylvester Belly been incarcerated. Has his daughter returned home with him yet? Has his daughter been back home with him yet? That Robert Sylvester Kelly was supposed to be abusing his daughter, brainwashed his daughter, had them manipulated, had them in, captivity or all of this other stuff. Have any of these things lined up with what they saw on docuseries the first time? It shook everybody's world as everybody thought and committed all these crimes against these young women. We seen Azarel's story when she first came out, defending R. Kelly. But after he's been incarcerated, then she comes on and comes out and say something differently, and been acting differently, and all the behavior she's been, doing out in the public. It had nothing to do with Robert Sylvester Kelly controlling her now. This is her thing. This is what she's doing on her own. He has no communication with her whatsoever, has not been in contact with her in no kind of way. And, he's been incarcerated away from these women. So now they're giving you another time to look at things with a whole new different eye of what you already saw and what you heard from before and what you see up to now. Look at Andrea's behavior. R. Kelly's out of the picture now. He ain't nowhere near these women. He's been incarcerated for the last 3 years, held without any bond. So sometimes when you see something being done and you thinking evil about it, don't always be so quick to judge. Let everybody see the truth. Now that he's been incarcerated for the time he's been away from these women in his jail cell, been on trial twice, the one he had in New York and the other trial he had took place in Chicago, where he was not acquitted, but I'm saying he was found not guilty on 7 counts. 7 out of 13. And we all went over the number 7, which means complete, right? It is finished. And the government tried to make it look like he lost the trial, but he really didn't lose the trial. Now, everybody done gave their testimony in the court now. After he done been accused, found guilty in the court of public opinion. Now, look what he's been found in the court of law. And now that he's been incarcerated, these people's behavior that they falsely accused this man of doing, and look at what they're doing. And he's been in jail. He's been in jail. Joy still hasn't returned home to her parents, still out there living her life, doing what she want to do, still supporting Mr. Kelly, still out here staying quietly to the public and keeping her peace and her silence. She has not came out to speak on anything about Mr. Kelly since the last time she came out, and she did make a statement, and she came and told you she will support him, and she, not a part of this. She said this plenty of times. She already came out and spoke even before his incarceration and even after his incarceration, and somebody took over, was, on playing on her name on the internet or whatever, saying they were her, going to these fake, her social media pages or whatever like that, actually impersonating her, But we all know, we seen the behavior of this young lady, as well. We saw the behavior of her family, her parents, and other things that's been taking place around her since the incarceration of Robert Sylvester Kelly, and the things that she been out here doing and on social media doing or whatever. So now everybody get to see the real truth. All the stuff she got on the stand and talked about, but look at the provocative outfit she's wearing. Robert has nothing to do with it, because Robert has been incarcerated and has not been in any communication with her. So this is something she been doing it on her own. These are the choices she made on her own, not Robert Sylvester Kelly. He never put anybody in any position that they did not want to be in, or made them do anything that this is something they was never a part of in the first place. Okay. His wife Drea, he divorced her. So why is somebody divorced you? Now all of a sudden you want to come with the story. If they divorced you, you didn't divorce them, but you saying they abused you. But you didn't file for the divorce. They filed for the divorce. Make it make sense. If somebody was abusing me and this is the reason why I had to separate from my marriage, wouldn't it be me who's filing the divorce for the divorce and not them? If they wanted to keep me in captivity and they wanted to control me and they wanted to abuse me, you were giving your walking papers from this marriage by the man that you claim was abusing you in the marriage, was slapping you around, hog tying you, and making you do whatever in the bedroom with him with other women and all this other stuff. This was your free will, because guess what? He divorced you even before all of this even happened. If he wanted you to stay quiet about your marriage being in silence of abuse or whatever of your marriage, wouldn't he have still stayed married to you? Wouldn't he still be financially supporting you or taking care of you or whatever like that, just to keep you quiet from coming out publicly talking about the abuse that was going on behind closed doors in your marriage? But you going on all these tours speaking these false claims against this man when you not telling the truth that he divorced you, and you did not divorce him, and you still stalked him even on his 50th birthday. You came out in the public to be on the red carpet with him at his birthday party and everything, asking to the public, asking fans and everything to support his music so he could be able to support you and your family. Make it make sense. So I'm glad that Surviving R. Kelly is going to be showing Surviving R. Kelly to the public again, so people can get the truth. See, everything that was meant for evil for Robert Sylvester Kelly is going to be good in the end. So Robert Sylvester Kelly, like I spoke on last night, hold on, because your victory is coming. Your liberty is coming. God is going to renew you and restore you and create in him a new creature in Christ. That life of his from the past is all gone, and there's going to be a new life for Robert Sylvester Kelly. A new song is going to be given in Robert Sylvester Kelly. Because the same people that try to put him under the jail are going to be going under themselves, and he is going to be coming out. Because the whole strategy to the whole thing was to catch these criminals that was playing on this man's career and on this man's life. These fathers and these mothers, there you go, Tears Blunt. So don't be out here talking about take off surviving. No, we don't. We need to boycott. No, we need to see it again. So everybody can see from what they false statements were from the beginning, and they went publicly on this because they could have just said, no, I don't need no money. I don't need to be on the public to talk about what Robert Sylvester Kelly did to me. If whatever you need to know, the document, the claims are in the courthouse. Notice Aaliyah's mother never came publicly and said anything in over 30 something years. May God bless Aaliyah's soul, dead and gone. And when they came to her with the docuseries, she didn't want to take no part of it. Nobody didn't catch on to that. But they still want to say, claim that him and Aaliyah were married. Whether they was or whether they wasn't, Aaliyah's dead and she's not here to defend herself. Okay? And her mother is her living testimony. And if her mother didn't want to take no part of it, they should respect that. And her mother never spoke a word about it, so you should respect that as well. Okay? All the things they did to bring this man's reputation and to slander this man's reputation to the public. Like I said, I have no interest in knowing anything about these celebrities, Robert Sylvester Kelly, Jay-Z, you name them, Tupac, Biggie Smalls. I don't care nothing about their relationships or who they've been involved with or who they go to bed with or who they slept with or who they had a baby with. I have no interest in none of that stuff. All I care about is just listening to the music. I don't watch reality shows. I take no interest in reality shows. People want to put their life in the public like that. They want to, put their bedroom in the public like that. I have no interest in that. I try to live separate from the world, even though it's kind of like I'm in the world, but I don't have to be a part of the world. You know what I mean? All I got to take care is me and worry about my life, how I'm living it and how I'm walking it. That's it. I don't care. They got to answer for themselves to God for what they do. Because ain't none of us walking here so squeaky clean. We nothing but filthy rags. And all I got to do is worry about me. I have to, constantly stay in prayer. Because I'm a vocal person and I know how I like to speak openly and be honest and clean about what I got to say. I don't try to hide. I don't try to cover up a lie or anything else. I can't be a liar. I just can't. I have a problem even staying employed with some people because I can't be a liar. And I can't follow your policies of lies. I'll do it for a little while. Because I know I need to eat and I know I need to pay my bills but some things I'm just not going to stay too silent, especially when you write it in your policy to control me, to say to do this and to do that. I just know that there's a true living God, and I just know that God makes a way out of no way. He may not make me rich in worldly gain, but he will make me rich in the kingdom. And knowing to have enough common sense, have wisdom, discernment, and everything else that he continued to allow me to live to see each and every day. I may never be rich with fancy cars and live in a big mansion and win the lottery or whatever. I may never gain those riches of the world, but I know the things that I know I will gain riches of is knowing how to live right for the Lord, knowing the things I see that I'm able to determine what's good and what's evil. Okay? And try to treat everybody right. And try to use good judgment, fair judgment. And just like I'm saying about the surviving R. Kelly thing, I think what they meant for evil, what people might think they meant for evil, may be for good for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And it may be a way to help him gain his liberty, his freedom. Because these people had put on the show. They had put on the show. It's going on long enough. And this is the way they going to set themselves free too from it all. Mm-hmm. And make these liars and these demons go away. Because Drea, like I said, and she's the main character of all of this. Because I'm going to say main character because she's the ex-wife. Okay, and she still got the man's name. I would have never, if somebody was abusing me and talk tying me and doing all these stuff, I wouldn't even want to keep his name. But she got to keep his name, right? But this the man who's been hog tying you, beating you, slapping you around, mistreated you and your children or whatever, but you still want to hold on to his name. Make that make sense. And he's the one who divorced you, Drea. So you don't played yourself on Lifetime. You don't went out there. You don't ran yourself up. You don't got yourself enough rope to hang yourself because now ain't nobody believing nothing you said. Okay? Going on these platforms, talking to women about abuse and all this other stuff. Girl, bye. Ain't nobody listening to that nonsense and ain't nobody taking it for what it is. Okay? Ain't nobody taking it for what you're saying it is. Okay? People know what you out here doing. You out here, doing. You wanted your place in the fame world, the world of fame. You wanted to be out in the spotlight. Instead of trying to stay quietly in the background, taking care of things at home with your family and your home life and your husband and everything, and praying him through some situations and helping him through some situations and talking to him and even helping him get things in life that he needed to get, like his education, and take a break. You need to get this done. You need to get that done. Don't let these people play you. You're going to need to know how to manage your own money. You're going to need to learn how to read these contracts. You're going to help your husband in areas where he was leaning. You were supposed to be his backbone. You were supposed to be his strength. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he was weak as, you were supposed to be strong at for him. You were supposed to pray him through these situations, or even come publicly and speak for your husband and say, no, my husband cannot perform tonight. Or my husband won't be performing tonight because there's some things that my husband needs to work on in his life privately, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But no, girl, you had to come out and say your husband punched, dragged you, and hog-tied you, and robbed it, all the lies you got on the bandwagon with these other women, and put yourself in the light of fame or whatever, so you could, win favor as an abused wife and everything. Now these people going to play you because what they going to do is they going to turn what you did evil for you and good for Robert. Okay? So y'all don't get yourself all messed up with the surviving R. Kelly thing, because I truly believe that God is going to set Robert free, and that whatever was meant for evil is going to turn to good. So this is going to be the second time around, so everybody can take another look. Because now, like I said, he already been on 2 trials, federal trials. The one in New York and the one in Chicago. And all these people played the role, told lies, whatever, switched up stories from what they said on Lifetime to what they started to do in the public. So there you go. Anyway, y'all, I got to get my day going. I just wanted to come in because that was on my mind. That was on my heart. That was something I needed to come and talk to you about, since it wasn't much I had to say about Robert Sylvester Kelly. Because, like I said, it wasn't much going on, but old, stuff that was just like wearing me out about his past. But I'm not even thinking about his past no more. I'm thinking about right now the great things that's coming for his future. And I'm going to speak that into existence, and I'm going to continuously keep Mr. Kelly in my sincere prayers. And I may even send out I am going to send out I am going to send him out a Christmas greeting card, letting him know it is going to be well. It is going to be well with you, Robert. You just hold on. You keep believing and don't give up, because God got you at his best, even when you are not feeling at your best. And continuous blessings to you too as well. T is Blunt. To everyone, I don't know if I'm gonna be back with you here again before the holiday, but I want to give you my season greetings. May God bless you and your family and bring you nothing but Christmas joy this season. I know some people, like I said, don't celebrate Christmas because of whatever reason. Oh yeah, let me share this story with you before I do turn off about Christmas. Okay, a Christmas a little story for you. I don't know if it's Christmas, but it kind of like fits in the character of Christmas. Yesterday, on my way home, of course, I stopped at the liquor store because I wanted to buy some things for the holiday, some liquor, whatever, for my house for the holiday because I'm kind of like low on liquor because I mean, wine, whatever. So while I'm there, of course, I'm coming from work. And yesterday, if you saw my video, I was dressed up in my elf dress or whatever. I was supposed to be wearing an ugly sweater, but I have this like dress. Santa, it's not even a Santa dress, it's like an elf dress, right? And that was my ugly sweater and some, some tights on or whatever. So it was our day that we were supposed to wear ugly sweater day. I didn't have an ugly sweater, so I wore my ugly Christmas dress and dressed up in all this little, jingle bell earrings, whatever. So as I go inside there, the attendant in the liquor store was serving me, and we was talking. I said, he says, "Oh, I like your earrings. You all Christmassy." I said, "Yeah, we had to dress up, whatever." Having a conversation, it's for the kids. For when you with children, when you work with children, of course you going to dress up seasonal. For this holiday, we celebrating Christmas, and with children, it's Santa Claus, right? So anyway, so this one lady, she's in this liquor store with a young child, with a small child in the liquor store. Okay. Here's what she had to say. Oh, of course, she's a black young girl, black young mother, whatever. I don't celebrate, I don't believe in no Santa Claus. I always taught my kids not to believe in Santa Claus. And I looked at this woman, right, who don't believe in no Santa Claus, but she got your small child in this liquor store, right, where this is not an environment a child should even be in. Even though you might want to drink and do your thing or whatever, but bringing your children in a liquor store, exposing your children already to this hard life, this kind of lifestyle that can lead to destruction for your child or whatever, becoming an alcoholic and giving. Hey, good morning, Stephanie's Craft and Creations. Yes, sis. God bless you. I do check in on your videos in the morning. Yes, when you bring it in those words of inspiration and everything, I do be watching your videos. I just want you to know that. Good morning to you. Praise God. Thank you for being here. So back to the story of this young mother in the liquor store with her young child, and then up there talking and bashing about Santa Claus, right? But I said, you know what? And I said it and I think I handled it pretty well. And I think I made everybody get a better understanding about this Santa Claus stuff. I said, of course, my parents were always honest that there wasn't really no Santa Claus. Praise God. Yes, enjoy your holiday season, whether you celebrate or not, but just enjoy your season, whether it's Kwanzaa, whether it's Hanukkah, whatever. Hanukkah starts the 19th. But anyway, so I'm looking, I said, of course, my parents were honest with me too as a child that there really wasn't a Santa Claus because they didn't want to disappoint me. And maybe because the fact that some of the things I might have asked for Christmas was going to be something they may not be able to afford to get to me. And that would be dishonest, like making me believe in something. And if God forbid, I never got a bike, if I wanted a bike, if I wanted, I wrote down, but my parents would have us write a list of things we might want for Christmas. And I think they got me and my sister confused one year because one year I think my sister asked for the doll and I asked for a bike. And what ended up happening is I ended up getting the doll and my sister ended up getting the bike. And I was very disappointed. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But then when I got the doll, I fell in love with the doll. And that doll is still with me for a lifetime. Okay? The doll is still with me. I'm going to show you my doll, baby. Baby Chrissy. My oldest sister took the doll out the box and said, look at it. Look at her. Ain't she cute? She was the most prettiest little black baby doll ever. Okay? Prettiest little baby black baby doll ever. And I was wondering why I was get the bite. I didn't get the bite. But anyway, but my parents was always honest about Christmas. But back to what I was saying about this young mother in the store, in the liquor store with her small child, exposing them already to this hard life, into liquor, and to being around this kind of environment, you know? And I'm like saying, well, Christmas is really for the children. It's for us that children is able to have some kind of fun and fantasy, because children are innocent, they're pure. And just to have the festivities of Christmas, just the excitement of Christmas, it's not really, we know it's not really about Santa Claus, but we know that it's all about what's really in the heart. Christmas is the heart. Give a child dreams and things that can be, mysterious and magical or whatever. But we come down to a child's level to explain it to a child, because children ain't gonna understand it as that hard stuff that we already been exposed to. But children in life and everything. But just give children their innocence. That's what it's all about, Mom. It's not about believing in Santa Claus. It's about believing in dreams, believing in things being possible. You got to go deeper than just Santa Claus. We already know ain't no big fat white man with a beard going to come down the chimney in the ghetto when people don't even live in a house. They live maybe in the projects, and they maybe even don't even have a house. They live in a shelter, whatever. But we just know that it's all about giving in the heart, and it's all about dreams and all about magical things happening. And, it's just a little deeper than that. We got to go beyond Santa Claus. We know people out here got these religious beliefs and all this other crazy stuff going on. But this is a season now that is a time of love, peace, joy, giving, good tidings, and wonderful things. And we talking about the child Jesus Christ, a gift that is born into the world for every boy and girl. We know that everybody someday, somebody's giving birth to some human being in the world. A new birth is given. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. And the government, whatever, we know we're going through some difficult moments right now. We know that food prices are high right now. People mortgages are high right now. People are struggling right now. They can't pay the rent, and all kind of crazy things are happening in the world. But we still want to know there is still hope. There is still hope. So we come into an end of this, and God allowed us to live through another year. Some of us made it, and some of us may not. I may not even make it to the 25th. I don't know, but each and every day that I know the life, this year is coming to a close, I'm celebrating life. That's all it is, just celebrating love, joy, peace, happiness, good chiding, and sending out a good message to the world, and saying, better days to come, giving out hope. You know what I'm saying? Just giving out hope. And I don't know if I'm going to make it to the 25th. I don't even know if I'm going to make it to my birthday, where I'll be turning 56 in January the 5th. But each and every day, I'm celebrating life. We don't know if Christ was born on December 25th, but we know that there is a Christ that has been born. And that's his time. And we come into an end of the year. And then one day on the calendar, we are going to commemorate his birth. And it's coming to a close. So one day out of the year, this is the time of the year we want to celebrate his life. That's it. If you want to celebrate it in July, you could celebrate it in July. If you want to celebrate his birth in August, you could celebrate it in August. But all my life, I know we celebrated on December 25th. Yes, we came in with the cheer and the children with the gifts and all these other things. People have all different kinds of ways they want to celebrate Christmas. A time of the year of joy. A time of the year they want to do it for children with Santa Claus. Don't be hung bung. Don't be the Grinch that stole Christmas. Don't be somebody to take away somebody's happiness and spirit and joy and everything else, because you live in such a hard life. So you're going to impose that on your child. You already will get exposed. But you ain't have a problem with that stranger in the liquor store giving your child money, right? Oh yeah, somebody actually, an older man came with a couple of dollars from behind, I guess the owner of the liquor store, whatever, and she said, "Oh, you getting money today, boy? I need, that old hoodlum, ratchet stuff." But it's okay for your child, though. You don't believe in Santa Claus and all this other stuff, but you believe in putting your child in a liquor store, exposing your child to this type of life. Then on top of that, a stranger actually handing your child some money. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? These people going through a hard life, but they don't want to give their chance. Instead of saying, "Wait, hold on, sir. That thank you very much, but I want to make sure my child don't learn to be able to, become somebody who will just take money from a stranger. He doesn't know you. I don't know you, and I don't think that would be a problem." But she ain't turned that down. She didn't turn that down. And then on top of that, what else I wanted to share? We was talking about Christmas celebration, Christmas bonuses, and people that don't celebrate Christmases and holidays and stuff like that. But they don't turn down that Christmas bonus, do they? They got these religions where they don't celebrate this holiday, but this holiday gives out Christmas bonuses to these so-called people in religion who don't celebrate this holiday, but they don't turn down that Christmas. Oh, instead of saying in the God that I trust and the God I believe in, and that this is a pagan holiday and all this other stuff, but I can't accept this money because it wouldn't be right with God for me to take this money because you celebrate something that is truly religiously. Mm. I used to say this to this one guy that I used to work with in my company because we used to get a Christmas bonus and an extra check in the, working in the corporate bank and all that other stuff, big parties and Christmas cheer all over the office. And when them Christmas bonuses came, everybody used to say, "Are you going to turn that money over? Are you going to turn that money back into, oh no, I got to pay this bill." But they could celebrate and give it to me, but I could still take the money. No, that's being a hypocrite. You don't celebrate no holiday, but if somebody was to throw some money in an envelope and send it to your organization, Gino Jennings, in a donation for the holiday of Christmas to support your ministry, to do the outreach you got to do to support those poor people in your community that you want to serve God in, you ain't going to turn the money down. So stop condemning holiness. I mean, condemning people for celebrating this time of the year of Christ. Or even if they want to do Santa Claus for the children, they should be able to do giving good tidings and things like that for their children and have some fun with their kids. That's why I can't get with these religious people. you know, I just believe in living with the true living God. It's all about what's in the spirit is what's in the heart. And that's what we celebrate. Now, I ain't giving out too many Christmas gifts this year because I ain't too many people been too kind to me. And I don't feel like giving on that note. But I will bring, like, to be a part of the festivities, I will bring in some desserts. I am going to the Christmas party because I'm giving that to myself because I haven't been to one in years. The COVID, everything else like that. It's going to be formal. We ready for it. We ready to have some fun, get out and socialize and do whatever in good spirit. Okay, not too much holiday drinking because we got to drive and ain't nobody going to be trying to leave drunk and get in an accident or whatever like that. We will be very careful about, traveling when we leave this, going to this place and coming from this place. We will try to be careful on our, driving and being alert around us because people do a little bit too much and having fun. You got to be fun, but you also got to be responsible. Okay. So anyway, so I just wanted to just share that about Christmas greetings to you. And the second eye we're going to see on the surviving R. Kelly thing is not going to put R. Kelly in no more damage to him. Is if anything to me, it's going to do him some good. So let's like look to turn evil into good. Okay. Let's not always look for the worst to happen. Let's look for some good things to come out of all of this. And on behalf of Robert Sylvester Kelly, let's not keep putting in his spirit all of these negative things. He's going through enough. He's looking for a day that he get out of this place because he really don't need to be there. The people that done this to him need to be there and not him. This man has truly been trying to walk right and live right for God, and he just make a living off of his music and everything, and that's all he know. And so I don't think it's right that he should be spending time for people that was willingly to do the things that they did if it happened with him. Okay, and they not being punished for it in any way or being held accountable for what they done. You know what I'm saying? It takes two, not one. And I don't think he forced anybody or bullied anybody into doing anything that was against their will. All right. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I love you all. You have a blessed and wonderful holiday. Be safe out there. Make somebody happy. Bring somebody hopes in a card, a greeting, or whatever. Or even if you want to offer, knowing that somebody might be right now feeling a little down, and then offer them a good word. a good word, bring their spirit some hope. Okay? Love you and be blessed. Peace.